When you look at your life, have you lived more like a servant to where you do things that are helpful to not just yourself, but those around you? Do you live to where when you're going through your day-to-day activities, whatever move it is, are you looking at what it does for you alone, or are you looking at the group and a whole? In other words, when you do things, do you realize the consequences that it has not only on you, but upon other people and the ripple effect that it causes? Or do you live your life with a vision of what you want to accomplish? And no matter what is going on, you are striving for that goal of what you want. You have a desire, and therefore you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it at whatever cost. See, sometimes people will do that because they want to own things or start a business or have control of some entity. And then what happens? You look back and you say, I accomplished this. I now have all this money and all this power and fame. Okay, now let's look back though. What do the other people have? Oh, I didn't look at their feelings. I kind of trampled over the people and pushed that person out of the way and, just ignored this one because I have to do something today. I'm on a mission and I'm on a goal, and I don't care if it's back there digging you a hole. How are you living? How are you today? See, just like right now, I'm going through a tunnel. Which one of these people are you? Are you somebody who looks at the will of God and your soul? Are you somebody who makes decisions because you're mentally equipped and whole? Or are you living in that insanity where you're repeating the same cycles over and over and nothing is changing and you are not where you want to be? Just like this tunnel, I've said this before. Walk through it. Don't stop. Don't stop because things might be dark. Don't stop. You keep going. Because if you stop, you stew in it and you're stuck in it even longer. Instead, just keep going. Keep pushing through because you're going to get to the end of that tunnel and you will succeed. But how you do it is important, because revelations, when judgment comes, you're going to see all the people that you could have helped by having compassion, but instead you chose to bypass that for the sake of what you felt you needed. And you're going to feel that, and you're going to have to deal with the repercussions of each of these actions. Accountability. We have to hold our own selves accountable. Sometimes you can't push things off on other people, other reasons, other events, because once you're made aware of a situation and you comprehend it, if you then choose to ignore that, you're ignoring the spirit within. Don't do that. Man, there's greatness in us. Even through our misdeeds. You could always repent if you're here and just start getting where you need to be, and apologize to those people that you may have accidentally trampled on along the way to get where you want to be. Just be honest and say, you know what? I was living a bit in a insanity moment. Please have compassion and forgive me. I did not mean to overlook you. I am not an egotistical person who only thinks of self. I was lost in that moment, and I didn't have the proper coping tools, and Instead, this is how I dealt with it, blah, blah, blah. You know, just be honest. And then move forward, one step at a time, you guys. That's all we can do. Don't trample on others to get where you need to be, because your soul house is going to be empty. You know, when judgment comes around, you want to be someone who, when the day comes, you know, you will hear job well done, and not that I never knew you, because that's what you don't want. So I just encourage you guys to hold your own selves accountable. It hurts. That's doing the shadow work. Holding yourself accountable means looking at all the things you've done over your lifetime or that were done to you. Dealing with the emotions, not blocking them out and ignoring them, because you got to feel it first. Accept it and move forward. The forgiveness is for you, for within. Doesn't make it, you know, like you're no longer accountable for what you did, but you could start from that point doing better. You know, that's just my message for today. Just keep moving forward. If you look at life and your goal is to always be right and to always win, instead of having compassion and acting from within, then you really have some work to do, some shadow work.